Hello, this is Shannon Kringen, Goddess Kring in Seattle. It is July 3rd, 2025. I'm having that feeling of being, I need to turn this off. I don't want to hear that sound. I'm having that feeling of being left out and excluded like I had as a child. And it occurs to me that I really, really, really want to get my power back. And I really, really, really want to honor my authentic self. As pretentious as that sounds, I really love the documentary that Val Kilmer made about his life. I mean, him and whoever the team was that helped him make the film. May you rest in peace, Val Kilmer, the actor who's no longer with us on this planet Earth. And may you rest in peace, Tom Petty, who widens my jetty. He's my service musician. I've explained before why. I feel kind of lonely and I feel kind of, I'm happy that I can make music at Interactive Jack Records Seattle, and I'm happy that I'm taking steps to making the documentary film about my public access TV show, but it's going to be kind of about feeling like a little girl lost in San Diego and looking for a self-esteem and discovering Shirley Temple on television when I was a little kid in San Diego, and feeling really crippled by my shyness and used to come home from school in first or second or third grade and say, Mommy, I feel left out. Mommy, I feel excluded. And my stomach hurts right now for emotional reasons. And I'm just thinking about the reality of that. And I'm feeling really alienated from certain people in my life that I'm not going to mention because this is about my mood that I'm in right now, which is maybe this is my autism, I don't know, but I feel really sad. I feel really grateful for my career. Um, Pet sitting, dog walking, art modeling, medical modeling, standard patient with medical students. That's being an actor with medical students, having a script, doing physical exams, pretending, to be a patient and helping them learn how to be professionals in that way and with language and palpating the tissue and all of that. I feel like I need to let things go in my life in a certain way and focus on what I'm good at and know that if I mostly continue doing things by myself, maybe that is my passion, but and what I'm really good at and what my forte is. Although I am learning to collaborate a little bit, I've been making music videos with some people and recently met a new person that I'm making some videos with, and I'm excited and grateful. Was in a few public events with lots of people. It was really loud, and I mean, no disrespect to all of the loud people that I was with, but I don't really enjoy lots of loud people, and yet I like performing and being on stage. So I'm trying to figure this out. I'm excited about the documentary film. It'll be similar to the Val Kilmer documentary and The Wizard of Oz. And there's a scene in the Kilmer movie where he walks on the beach and there's the Bob Dylan song "Knocking on Heaven's Door" playing, and it's kind of a beautiful scene in the movie. And Val Kilmer is dressed like in his one-man show costume of Mark Twain, and that inspires me to explore the idea of using my own original Goddess Kring music that I made with Dave Flowers at Interactive Jack Records Seattle and putting it in the movie in my Goddess Kring documentary, trying to tell a story of a little girl lost and she's looking for her self-esteem. I think that Shannon Kringen, when she was a little girl in San Diego, was feeling her parents split up when she was 4. That's me, she, me, whatever. I was 4 when my parents split up, and I went back and forth between my mom and my dad, my mom and my dad, and I was really shy, and I really wanted to explore my talent and explore my creativity and have my self-esteem developed and build my self-confidence and learn how to love people and have them love me and learn how to be socially connected and learn. And I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm 56 and I'm still um, really not happy in my love life. But I take full responsibility for not really knowing what I want and having people in my life that I love and I respect their privacy. So I'm not going to explain the details of my love life, but I'm just not happy. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but I'm not, and I don't know if I'm happy in my social life in general with my friends. I love my mother. I love my father. I have a few friends that I love. I do have a love life. I'm not really sure if that's as good as it gets for me in my love life. I don't want to talk about the details, but I'm not happy with it. And I'm feeling sad and like I need to really learn how to accept and love myself and accept and love other people that are in my life and navigate choices and navigate knowing that my real potential in life is probably to be solo and live solo. I like to think, what would I do if I was independently wealthy? What would I do? I guess the first thing I would do is buy myself a house and have a garden and do my art and publish it, self-publish it. I assume that if I really tried to get my work published, everybody would reject me. Um, Although I have entered art competitions and I've won contests and I have gotten into juried shows with my art. But I've also gotten rejected a lot when I try to join in with mainstream artists and musicians and things like that. And so I won't take no for an answer. So I think that self-publishing is where it's at for me. Because I'm neurodivergent, I'm autistic, dyslexic, ADHD, have synesthesia, I see shapes when I hear music. I'm eccentric, and part of me loves art modeling because I get to be around artists and it's a practical way to earn money and get paid, guaranteed pay. And I have to just, it's very simple. It's very demanding physically to be an art model, but you just sit there, well, you pose, you don't just sit, you twist and turn and stand and sit and lay down and do all different poses and you hold it for 20 minutes and then you get a 5 minute break and then 20 minutes and then a 5 minute break. And I'm good at it. And I'm aesthetically pleasing enough for them to paint and draw and photograph and sculpt me. Even at my older age of 56, people still want to paint and draw me. And that's partly because I'm easy to work with and I show up on time and I'm a kind, nice person and I'm intuitive and I understand what they need. And maybe people like my skin tone, they like my sort of Scandinavian, they like what's nice actually about art modeling is they like every ethnicity, they like every kind of person, younger, older, taller, shorter, um, skinnier, overweight, curvy, muscular, lean, athletic, extremely curvy, every body type. And you don't need to wear makeup. If you want. Actually, I think in art modeling, it's better to not wear any makeup as a woman because they want to just see your real features. If you put lots of makeup on, then they can't really necessarily see your eyelashes and eyebrows as as they actually look. Sometimes I wear a little bit of makeup. I've worn lots of makeup sometimes, a little bit of makeup sometimes, and zero. I have absolutely no makeup on right now. Sometimes I just put a little bit of natural looking, darken my eyebrows a little, you know, um, put some like earth tones around my eyes to enhance my eyes and, natural color around my lips just to kind of enhance my natural features. But right now I have zero makeup on and it just feels kind of nice to be natural. So I am excited about our new album, Amplified Chameleon. It's going to be on all the streaming platforms soon. And I'm just wanted to do a little video monologue, vlog, blog. Um, and and I am feeling a little sad right now, and I don't really know how to explain why, but I just have to go through the feelings that I have right now. I feel like I fantasize that I could connect with somebody in a certain way, and either I haven't really met the right person yet to do that with, or maybe that's not really what I want. Or maybe I sabotage it when I have an opportunity. I don't know. Maybe it's all of those. Maybe it's all. I'm just a walking contradiction, and there's a stigma to this enigma, believe me. So I need to figure out how to make peace. I mean, I was so proud of myself earlier today. I was able to do some freelance things, and that helps me support myself. And I was able to manifest lots of opportunities lately. I've been keeping my baskets full of eggs, let's say, and I am extremely grateful for the fertile ground that I'm walking upon. And I get to go see my friend, the kitty named Dutch, soon. And there's lots of other cats and dogs that I'm friends with that I get to hang out with. And um, for the 4th of July, I might be in a art car parade in Bothell. I mean, I signed up for it. I'm just feeling a little moody, like, okay, am I really going to go? But usually I always go to these things if I'm registered for them. It's free and I can go freely and entertain people with my car, which is a 2010 Honda Fit covered in rhinestones. And people asked me recently who did that. And I said, well, I did that. I can't imagine driving around in an art car that I didn't do myself because I'm an artist. I guess if I wasn't an artist, then I would need to find an artist to make me an art car. But I think if I wasn't an artist, I'm not sure if I would want to drive around in an art car. So for me, it feels normal to drive an unusual car that's covered in rhinestones. And what I notice is when I ride in a regular car, nobody smiles or waves, and it's like sad, and I kind of miss it. And then when I drive around in my car that's all sparkly and has metallic green wheels, literally, makes me happy. So, because people smile and wave and people are friendly, and it's kind of a good feeling. It's kind of like a Willy Wonka magical kind of feeling. So I feel a little bit better now after doing this video. I'm just feeling I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings that are close to me in my life. So, and I don't think they watch these videos anyway. People close to me probably don't really watch these videos. Um, I'm doing this video to express myself, and I really would like to make a documentary film about my life, but it would be kind of a universal story that could be relatable to other people because it's about a person that feels like a misfit outsider who has low self-esteem, and me, I am still trying to build my self-confidence. In some ways, I'm extremely self-confident. In some ways, I'm extremely insecure. And somehow both of those things are true about me at the same time. So I'm just sharing. And well, I'm grateful for life, and I'm grateful for the opportunities I had today. And maybe it's okay that I mostly do things by myself. And I guess when I try to do things with other people in my personal life specifically, like I feel like in my creative life, I make videos and music with people, and I drive around. I'm in parades, dancing in the streets, and I did stand-up comedy in a class, and I did acting in a class, and I was acting in a play, and I work with other people in that way. But as far as my actual personal life, I can't say that I have a lot of really good times with people. Maybe I sort of do. I don't know. I'm feeling really conflicted about that right now, about what is it that I want to do in my personal life with other people that is enjoyable, beyond just like grocery shopping and helping people run errands. I mean, basic survival. It seems like most of my personal life with other people is based on basic survival, not having fun. Basic survival, like grocery shopping, running errands, picking people up at the airport, dropping people off at the airport, doing basic survival things. What would be fun for me with other people in my personal life? I don't like parties. I don't when I think about the 4th of July tomorrow, I'm going to be in an art car parade. And then I like the idea of filming the fireworks. But do I like the idea of eating junk food with other people, eating like unhealthy food and just chit-chatting about a bunch of nonsense and about a bunch of shallow small talk? No. Um, Talking to people about my art or my music, hey, that sounds fun. I don't like alcohol. I never did, even as a teenager. So it's not like I don't drink because I have self-control. I don't enjoy alcohol at all. So it takes zero self-control for me to not drink because I don't enjoy it. So it's expensive, it's bad for my liver. I don't like alcohol. I don't smoke cigarettes or marijuana herb. I'm not into it. People think that I am. I'm not. I'm just not into it. But most of my friends are friendly with it or whatever you say, but I'm not into it. So I'm kind of I don't drink, don't smoke. What do you do? Goody goody two shoes. I'm a goody goody two shoes, aren't I? Huh. Like I'm open-minded about what other people do, but I personally am very not into drinking or smoking anything. And I'm into eating healthy. I want to get back to nature, I guess. I don't know. I just want to do my art and be close to nature. And I'll just make it up as I go. Okay, bye for now. That's all I want to say. Bye. Hope I didn't say anything too rude or anything. I hope I wasn't too honest for people. I know a lot of people don't really. I think sometimes people just don't want honesty. It is uncomfortable being honest. Because it probably sounds rude. Because I'm not really sugarcoating. Am I sugarcoating? I don't know. I hope I'm not sugarcoating everything. I hope I'm being respectful and polite. But I want to be, see, can I somehow be honest and respectful and polite? And there's a friend of mine, and I'm always saying I'll figure it out. And he's like, there's nothing to figure out. It doesn't help when people say there's nothing to figure out. I mean, it's true that maybe if I analyze, I'll never like find an answer. I understand it on that point. But if friends of mine are saying that's why I wrote a line in one of my songs where I say overthink, underthink. So people who accuse me of overthinking, maybe they're underthinking, maybe they're shallow and they're underthinking, just like I'm a deep thinker and I'm overthinking. I guess I feel like I need to liberate myself from, maybe I need to liberate myself from being socially active with other people because I really am just driven to do my artwork and hang out with plants and animals. I don't know. I'm just feeling really weird right now. So, okay, that's fine. I just wanted to document the mood that I'm in, and I'm excited about the music I'm creating. I'm excited about all the art projects I'm working on. I want to do a documentary film. I'm debating if I want to do the documentary film by myself. I need to learn video editing. I know how to do really primitive video editing, but in order to really make a documentary film about my life, I need to learn slightly fancier editing where I can dub in music and sound. Um, the good thing is that me and my two or three friends that might help me make this film, and I might even work with a professional editor and hire this person to help me do the film that we're talking about that right now. But I have to make sure because I get really shy around other people, like my public access TV show I did by myself in my own apartment. I can't do that goddess Kring thing in front of people very well. Um, I can go out and perform in parades in the street fair and stuff like that. I can do that. Be that kind of goddess Kring in front of people in Seattle and dance around in a costume and sort of keep it light. But in terms of deep deep thoughts and like doing monologues and doing poetic deep thought monologues. It's hard for me to do that stream of consciousness, goddess Kring thing, woo, goddess Kring, when I'm around, when if other people are like if somebody else walked in the room right now, even close friends of mine, I just would probably just start laughing and getting silly instead of opening up. Like, a little flower that opens up, so or a little sea anemone that opens up. So it could be that I should do this documentary mostly by myself. Maybe what I do need to do is do the film. This is what maybe the documentary film that I want to make because my friend Dave Flowers is going to score the movie. He's a great musician, so he can do instrumental scoring and we can use our Goddess Kring music that we have all the copyright rights to in our film to illustrate the story of my life of me being an insecure person trying to find some kind of self-esteem and find my place in the world and not feel excluded and left out and ostracized. I'm trying to figure that out. So it could be that I should mostly film. Maybe that's it. Maybe I will direct it and mostly film it. Like I wanted to interview some people who didn't like my show and people who did like my show that are willing to talk on camera about it, interview them and show clips of my show. I still have all the copies of my show, by the way. I have hundreds of episodes of Goddess Kring videos, VHS and DVDs, and we've converted about at least 150. I think 150 out of 600 have been converted to digital format. So I can go through those and try to find interesting clips and talk and illustrate my points with, you know, splice interesting clips together with my current life, driving around in my art car, being an art model. Somebody mentioned, since I don't have any videos, one thing I love about the Val Kilmer documentary is that there's literally home movies that Val Kilmer made with his brothers when they were 11 or 12, and they were doing movies and skits and acting together. My friends and I, when I was 11 or 12 or 13, 11, 12, 13, we did skits, we did little shows, we did little acting for our parents and family and friends. We acted things out a few times and but we don't have any videos of those. But my friend said that we can take childhood photos of mine and animate them in the computer and tell a story with them. There is possibilities in that way. I would kind of like to do that, find my best childhood photos and illustrate them into a story and talk about being a shy little girl who wanted to be on stage secretly. And I dabbled in dancing. I didn't do any acting as a kid. I sang in the choir in junior high and high school, and I did some acting in high school. But when I was like in grade school, I just took dance classes, and I wasn't really very good at dancing. I was really good at roller skating and really good at running. I was a fast runner in third grade, and I remember roller skating around the block and secretly wishing somebody would film me. Like as a little kid, in San Diego as an 8-year old, I was secretly wishing that people would film me roller skating and make a movie of me. Like, this is Shannon Kringen roller skating. And I wanted somehow to entertain people with that. I wanted to tell people, I'm roller skating and maybe tell them a story about Tecolote Canyon, where I grew up in San Diego on Via Arcilla was the name of our street in Tecolote Canyon in the Claremont neighborhood of San Diego, California. My dad lived in La Jolla, California, taught tennis, and I wanted to tell a story about my life even back then. And I'm thinking, is this mostly because I didn't get enough attention from my parents? Like recently, actually, one of my parents said, why do you want so much attention? And then my other parent said, who are you talking to in these YouTube videos? This is going to be on YouTube, this video. Who are you talking to? Well, I'm talking to anybody interested in what I have to say. That's what I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to God, Great Spirit. I'm talking to whoever you are. If you're a human listening to me, I'm talking to you. Um, I mean, what is anybody? Who's anybody talking to on YouTube? Who's anybody on any website? Who are the movie stars talking to? The audience. They're talking to the audience. They're talking to God. They're talking to the audience. They're talking to whoever wants to listen. I'm talking to whoever wants to listen. The reason why I want some attention, I think I was born wanting to perform in some level, and yet I've always been a little shy and a little sensitive and a little worried about what other people think. I'm a little self-conscious. I've always wanted to experiment with expressing myself and learning from the feedback I receive. I have mixed feelings about it though. Part of me sometimes thinks it's not good for me to, if I'm insecure enough to want feedback from the audience, then maybe that's not a good reason. I mean, when Mick Jagger gets on stage and struts around, because my two biggest influences actually, aside from I love Tom Petty and Tori Amos, those are my favorite songwriters. They speak to me on a deep spiritual level. Shirley Temple as a little kid in San Diego, and then Mick Jagger as like about a 13-year-old. I think I first learned about Mick Jagger when I was 13, and I was like, Shirley Temple, Mick Jagger, Shirley Temple, Mick Jagger. Those two really inspire me, both of them. And Tom Petty and Tori Amos, and basically lots of actors and singers and dancers and musicians inspire me. All of the brave people that perform. Some of my favorite people are well, Temple Grandin, speakers, performers, people who communicate with an audience are some of my favorite people, I could say. It could be an artist, a musician, an actor. It could be somebody like Temple Grandin, who is autistic and has a PhD and connects with animals and understands how to share about what animals need. Cows in particular, how cows' minds work. And that's a long story, but she inspires me because she's learned how to communicate despite being really autistic. I'm mildly autistic. I am very repetitive. I'm very repetitive. I'm very repetitive. I'm very repetitive. I don't realize how repetitive I am until I listen back to these videos. And then I'm like, oh, I tried to make the same point 3 times and I didn't even realize it. Partly because I don't have a script, but partly because I tend to think that I'm not effectively communicating. I want to make sure that people understand what I'm saying. And maybe I'm also trying to reassure myself. I think there's part of me that's not aware of, even though I'm really self-aware, what was it? The person who assessed me for autism, she said that I had a poor working memory. I forgot what that means. I forgot because I have a poor working memory what poor working memory means. I think that means my short-term memory isn't very good. What does having a poor working memory mean? It's like part of me is really hypersensitive and tuned in and intuitive and perceptive and can see patterns, and part of me is really spaced out and it takes me a while to learn, like I didn't get a driver's license till I was in my 40s. I was afraid to drive until my 40s. And that's what I was going to say. When one of my parents said, why do you want so much attention? I'm thinking, I wonder if I was born wanting to be a performer and then I was raised by two parents who didn't stay together, who were both, my parents had me when they were young and they dropped out of college to have me, and they got married only because of me. I think they would have never gotten married if not for me. uh, so they dropped out of college and they divorced. And they were both trying to figure out their love lives and their careers. Like both of them were trying. Like my dad is very talented. My mom and dad are both sensitive, talented people. And my mom is artistically talented, visual art and philosophy, Eastern philosophy. She's really into that. She got straight A's in high school. My dad is writes comedy and music and is very athletic and was a tennis teacher, so he has lots of different talents with things like that. My mom and dad both have a lot of talents, and they both wanted to pursue their talents. And I kind of got neglected. I kind of got ignored. I won't say I was ignored. I wasn't ignored. My parents are nice people, but they were both distracted, and they're still distracted. Like I still feel like I want them to acknowledge me. I still want my parents to acknowledge me and validate me and pay attention to me in a certain way that they just don't know how to do that. And I know they love me and I love them, but I hunger for a certain kind of attention. And maybe it's because I'm autistic. See, is it because I was neglected as a child? Is it like, they say only children are usually spoiled. I was not spoiled at all. Okay, let me tell you, I was not spoiled. I was not spoiled. I didn't like shower tons of attention on me. I was their only kid, but I think I was overwhelming to them, actually. I don't think it was like, oh, they only had one kid, so they could just focus on me. No, because they were trying to figure out their love lives. Both my parents were trying to find love. They were both, my dad was trying to find a girlfriend, my mom was trying to find a boyfriend, and they both had lots of challenges in their love lives and their careers. They both were trying to figure out their career and their love life and I they could not focus on me because they were trying to figure out themselves. So yeah, and I'm still trying to figure out myself, and I never got married or had kids. And I don't know if that's because I'm autistic. That's what I was going to say. Is it because I'm autistic? Is it because I was neglected as a child? Is it because I was born just wanting to be a famous communicator more than I wanted to be a normal person that got married and had kids and lived in a house and just had like a quiet private life. I mean, there are times when I fantasize that when I retire, because I volunteer somewhere out in nature, and so I would just be like volunteering out in nature and having a garden. I would like to live in a cute house. I sometimes wish I could live in a house with a spouse, like some cute guy that I felt compatible with, and we could have a nice quiet life in a house and have a garden. But I don't know if I'm ever going to meet somebody that I can do that with and feel peaceful and harmonious with and not feel trapped or bored or not feel like I overwhelm him or he overwhelms me. Some kind of compatibility where we're similar enough but different enough, give each other space. Maybe I could live in a two-bedroom house with some nice guy, or maybe I'll just live by myself. Like when I'm an older lady, when I'm in my 70s, 80s, 90s, whatever, if I make it that long, I'd like to live till I'm 100. I'll live till 2068. I'll be 100 in 2068. So I would like to live in a house and have a garden and volunteer in nature. And I just want to do my artwork and be close to nature. But in the meantime, I'm going to keep exploring and I want to make a film. So I don't know if it's because I was neglected or because I'm autistic or because I was just born wanting to communicate with an audience. I don't know. So maybe I don't have to figure it out. That's all. So bye for now. Thanks for listening. Here's my guitar that that I made for my Tom Petty Barbie doll. My Tom Petty Barbie doll is, I can't show it to you because it's behind me right now. I went through these two different guitars. I made this mock guitar for the Tom Petty Barbie doll, and then I had this for the Tom Petty Barbie doll. Should I show it to you? I'll show it to you. I have to get up, and here's my Tom Petty record next to me, and my other Tom Petty. Because I heard Refugee on the Jukebox when I was 11, and it literally changed my life. Made me feel better, like I could handle my childhood. I like to say that I'm an amplified chameleon getting her dreams on. These are all self-portraits. The camera doesn't really want to focus because it's got a weird filter on it. Well, I'm going to get my Tom Petty doll right now. Here is me modeling, canvas print. Photograph of me by Greg Carl, a local photographer. And here is my Tom Petty doll that I got a case for him. The camera won't focus, but he's got a Rickenbacker. He's got a Rickenbacker guitar. So I'm going to sign off for now. Bye for now. This is Shannon Kringen, Goddess Kring. Enjoy your 4th of July. If you're an American, and if you're some other country, hey, enjoy the July 4th, even though it's just a regular day in other countries. Bye for now.